Hello everyone, Chase Creations here, and I just want you to know from the very beginning, this video is about eBay. This is about eBay. There is no food here. I am not in the kitchen, but I'm also going to show you these that I purchased from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to tell you what I got them for. You might notice that they're glowing. Ooh. So I'll show you that in a few minutes. But anyway, I stopped doing eBay almost about a year ago. I was getting zero traffic on eBay. Zero, which means no views. I don't know what the heck was going on, but a lot of people went through a hell of a lot of stuff the last few months before the year ended and everything. But anyway, I am extremely happy. Now, I don't have anything to be jumping over the moon for, but there is something that I'm happy about. Now, let me go to eBay real quick and let me check my views. And I'm not going to tell you how many views I got, because then you're going to be like, oh my gosh, she's got, where is it? I don't want to play the sandbox with anybody. Anyway, I started listing on eBay a few days ago. A few days ago, and I said, let me see, because my online store, website, whatever the heck you want to call it, is basically just sitting there dormant. So I went to eBay, and then I started listing, but I'm in a lot of groups. Now today I took some time and I removed myself from some groups that's just worthless. But anyway, there's this woman that's selling this program. I'm not going to leave that woman's name on my video because of what I'm going to say. I'm not that person. So even though you may think I am. Anyway, she says how to do things. Don't put your selling link on Facebook. And then 1 minute you want your selling link on Facebook, and don't be putting the price of your items on Facebook, but then you want to make a group and put your PayPal. It's so sometimes it's one way, sometimes it's another. So I can't follow stuff like that. I try to follow myself. So I went to eBay and I put in eBay, but something said to me, okay, everybody says go to other people's site who has some things in common with you and look at their keywords, what they're doing, what they can. I'm not good with SEO. So I don't know what to look for on other people's thing. I don't, and I'm kind of glad that I don't, because I believe every person that's working hard and getting their gravy and doing everything, they don't want somebody to just come behind them and just take all their hard work from them. I'm not one of those people, and the reason why I'm not is because I wouldn't want it done to me. Now, I'm going to tell you something before I finish, because I know somebody's like, what is wrong with her? I was on medication for a number of years that caused severe dry mouth. I am not dealing with that issue anymore. So I have an excess amount of water in my mouth that I'm not accustomed to having. So I tend to swallow a lot. So anyway, I went to a very, very popular a very popular greeting card website. That's all I'm gonna say. And I just looked around at the pictures, at the cards. I was reading, just I guess browsing the site, and I picked up on one thing. It was something that I wasn't looking for, but it stood out immediately to me. And I said, oh, I wonder if this is their magic. So I ended up, now that's not, I didn't copy anything from the site. I didn't take any words. I didn't do any of that type of stuff. I actually took a method to the madness. It's just a simple routine, and I did it. And every single day, maybe 3 days straight, I have been doing it. And I noticed that I'm getting views on eBay. Now, I actually did make a sale 2 days ago, so I was happy about that. But even today's cards that I listed, even the ones I did not put on social media, I have a view. Some of them have up to 4 views on it. So the reason why I'm telling you this is because only one of my listings I have an ad to pay for ad on there. Now I'm gonna give it to you real. I'm not swimming in sales. I just started back on eBay, but I'm going to tell you what's going to absolutely work. And now I understand why in the eBay group there are people who are not going to pay for ads. They're not going to pay for ads because if you pay for ads on eBay, your customer's paying for that ad. So you best believe it. So you best believe it, your customer's paying for the ad. So I only have one listing with the ad, and then I said to myself, okay, I'll do one listing with the ad, and then I'll take notice what's going on with the ad. Ever since I've been listing with the ad, the listing with the ad is the one with the least amount of views. The listings with the most views, I have no paid ad on it. So that goes to tell you right there, you do not have to pay for eBay ads to get seen. CEO is absolutely necessary on eBay. Now, Etsy is another thing because Etsy has a massive thing they're working on that site with traffic. So I'm not even thinking. I actually wanted to go back and try again. I said absolutely not. Their algorithm keeps changing. You have to know when it changed. You have to go with the flow. So not only are you making your items, but I kid you not, if you are actually using your hand to produce, chop, cut, whatever, I say don't go to eBay, go to Etsy. Even if you're making a lot of sales on Etsy, Etsy has one thing, and that they can knock you down. A lot of people have lost their shop and didn't even know why. And they have this thing where they're using AI and they're making mistakes, and you're losing your site because of that. So in many ways, Etsy is definitely not for handmade unless you're print on demand, and that's not really handmade. So it is what it is. And I'm actually going to give away, I'm going to part ways with goimagine.com because although I have been trying to hold on to in my account to the money that clearly was there, I'm not going to deal with them anymore. I'm going to actually give up on Kindness Creations and just let it go because it is too much work to be working two sites trying to figure out keywords that suit for this site. And I prefer eBay over anything because one thing with eBay, I have to accommodate for all the listing fees in my price. But with eBay, I'm still able to list the lowest I'm able to list and still be okay with making $1.50. So I figured the Dollar Tree is going up to $1.75, and on eBay, 9 times out of 10, sometimes I make $1, sometimes I make $1.51. I sold a card the other day for $3.75. It came to $4.10 with the fees and everything, and I profited $1.51. So if I could come away with $1.51 and be happy that I could add that to a bill, then I just have to give it my best all to try to flip it. So I did notice in the group it says if you're selling one thing, do your best to make that everything you have the same price, so people don't have to search for this type of price if this is their budget. And I like that. I do like that. So I noticed one thing, and Tina was right. I should sell my handmade cards offline and my printed cards online so that people will have access to a lighter weighted card and they probably could ship it better. So I do have some handmade cards listed, but all of my cards are generally considered handmade, whether I print them or not, because I chop them and I fold them and I stuff them in the envelope, and that is what you call hands-on. So that's handmade, regardless of how you see it. Now, just a few minutes ago, I made this card right here. And I actually love this card because it has a little cutie pie, but I'm doing something different. I'm putting a sentiment in all of my cards. So this one says here is a little reminder. And inside it says hugs and love are unconditional. And I feel that way because the little boy that I have in my house right now. Hugs and love is unconditional. Now I'm going to turn off the light and show you something. Please note I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to be sitting right here. Uh-oh. Let me turn off the light. Now, you can see me sitting in this camera, and now you see my glowing flowers. In my living room, I have these in a jar, a spaghetti jar that I put a little decoration on, and I put them inside the vase. So now that you see them, I'm going to turn the light back on. Savion, come. I want you to put these back in a jar. Please do not hit the glass table. We don't want any accidents in here. I went to the Dollar Tree today and I purchased those two flowers. Then I took them to the living room window and I leaned them on in. I put them inside of a jar and I leaned it on the window. So on my wall, I have solar lights. The main adapted piece, yes? Oh, sure, close the door, of course. The main adapted piece I have in the living room taped on the glass, so it always pulls the solar panel. That I put into a jar and I leaned it against the window in the living room, and that's how I got the solar light from the sun outside. Now, the reason why I'm telling you that is because I sleep at the back end of the apartment. So that means if I come from my room to the living room, I don't have to turn on any light. That solar light lets me see a little bit in the living room to where I don't have to turn the light on unnecessarily. Flip. I don't have to do it. Now, those flowers in the vase, I'm going to take those flowers and put them possibly in the hallway near the front door on the floor. That is going to give me access to more of a light to show me the path to my bathroom. Now, when I use the bathroom at night, I cannot turn the light on. So from the moment I'm using my last light, I don't have any reason to turn the light on again unless I'm going into the refrigerator. Outside of that, or something on the kitchen counter, my light bill has been going down. And the reason why I'm showing you these little things you can do with these solar lights, just imagine you're in your home and you want to cut down your lights and you buy some solar lights. All you have to do is put them on your window and let the sun, whatever generates the charging, needs to be facing that glass. Now, a few years ago, I purchased a set of solar lights that you suction to your window during the daytime, or put out on your porch if you're on the first floor, but I'm on the 12th floor. So I bought some for me and I bought some for a friend of mine. He taped his to the window, I taped mine to the window. Would you believe that man's light bill is so cheap because all of his solar lights still work, which means after hours he turns off his lights and he take the solar lights and he tape it to or wherever to a different room in his house. I think more than one room, because if I'm not mistaken, I bought him 6. So if I can charge a solar light on the 12th floor and reap what it is benefiting me at night, you best believe if I can get my hands on a larger solar panel that I can possibly charge my phone or plug my TV or something in, I'm definitely going to do it. But I just found out today that some paperwork I was putting in to possibly relocate, I got my letter today. I'm not going to go any further, but I got my letter. If I do end up in that location, I'm going to have to wait a while because I'm requesting the very top floor. I don't want anyone above me. But my car will be outside instead of inside. That's another reason why I'm kind of contemplating. But I will be able to put a solar panel to, like, say if I'm sitting outside during the daytime just lounging, I would be able to put my solar panels on top of my vehicle while I'm sitting in it, and then just take them upstairs and use them. Now this one here that you just saw the flower, it said to charge it for 8 hours before, and it wasn't charged for 8 hours, and you was able to still see the light. So I'm gonna put it at the window every morning, and then take it out the window at night, put it in the hallway so I can have lit passageway. I love anything when it comes to cutting my electricity. I'm sitting here now sweating, boys and girls, and I'm having a little anxiety issue. I'm having a hot flash. Whew. and I'd be trying to live past them and stuff like that, try to ease on by it, like ease on down the road, like that. I can't do that right now. But anyway, this right here is a frugal tip for anyone, and the reason why I would say for low income on this one, because I don't see anyone rich actually need to put that to the window unless you're going to keep yourself rich. But it makes a major difference. It makes a major difference when you can save at least. It doesn't matter what you save. Pennies adds to dollars. Okay, let's keep it real. Oh, Father. Oh, Jesus. Oh. I can't take the sound of that fan, boys and girls. I'm gonna throw this fan in the garbage. This fan's going to garbage. I know somebody must be like, I'm so glad we have that. Oh, wow. Ooh, boys, girls. Oh, I can't take the sound of that daggone fan. Woo. Oh, gosh. Oh. Woo. Oh. Ooh. Dang, I can't take the sound of that. Man. Good grief. I don't know what's wrong with the fan. Let me tell you something. I paid $40-something for that fan. That fan is iron, steel, or whatever the case may be. But I don't know. Somebody must have dropped it or something because I'm hearing some noise. And I do remember the fan had fell, but I was in another room. The fan was in another room and someone dropped it. But I can't. I need this air for right now. But when you hear a little metal thing rattling, I don't know what to do. And the base is completely off. So I have tape around it. It can't even swivel anymore. But right now it's on. But it's not going to stay on because it blows my paper around. But anyway, we're not talking about that. Anyway, I hope and pray someone was able to benefit from what I mentioned about eBay. I am extremely happy because I listed a card every couple hours, and I'm waiting to get to a certain amount, and not a lot, because like I told you, I've just been on eBay for a few days, but I am very happy because it's creeping up with my views. And let me tell you something. Today I got 219 organic views. Now that's the ticket right there, boys and girls. You need organic views. Those are the views that you want. Now, I got promoted. From my promoted listing, I got 25 views. So, if that doesn't tell you the apples and oranges right there, nothing will. You definitely don't need to pay for traffic on eBay. But what I have learned from the other site just by taking a little look, I'm like, it popped right at me. Now I'm not gonna eat and shit at the same place. I'm not doing that. I'm trying to pay my bills. I'm sitting here now begging these people to possibly help me with my damn rent. I'm not gonna tell somebody that I know is doing the same thing I'm doing. No, I don't. It's not that kind of thing. So I'm not even going to sell information like other people are to earn that I know when I know what I really want to earn from, and that is my cards. So I can't play in the same sandbox somebody else is playing in. But one thing I am happy for, this little boy come and see me today because my spirits were good when I woke up this morning. I said I'm just gonna pray today and just do what I had to do. So when I woke up this morning, the first thing I wanted to do was possibly go outside, and I said no, but the first thing I wanted was a blessing, and that's my shower. So I took my shower and I put on a dress. So even if I don't go anywhere, but then I ended up running to the Dollar Tree because I wanted some soil so I could start planting in my living room. Sometimes in the summertime I use that window piece over there in the living room, and I have some pots, and I wanted to get some sand, but they have a great big bag of dirt. I didn't want to buy a great big bag of dirt if it was going to be first more than what I budgeted to go spend, and then more than I actually needed. So I ended up leaving without it. But what I ended up leaving with, I want to do some type of craft. So I picked up some of this pretty wallpaper, and I picked up a picture frame. Don't know what I'm gonna do, but I do know that the only thing that soothes my sanity at times is crafting. So I said I'm gonna do some form of craft with that. I do have an idea what I want to do. So I said I'll just do that. But I wanted to basically come in and say, if you're doing eBay or some site, now if you on a site and you're guaranteed to make them rich and not yourself, you're gonna have to think about where else you want to go to make yourself have somewhere. I'm leaning towards whether or not I'm gonna make it outside in the summertime to the events. I don't think I am. I have said on every nice day we had so far that I was going outside, and every single day I said it, there was an excuse why I couldn't go. The bottom line is I struggle to go outside. If I have a destination, I tend to be the type of person that can get to where I have to go. But if I'm not going straight home, my insides are not feeling good. So I don't want to be outside on the road feeling like that. Anything could happen, and I am responsible for myself, but I am more responsible for the people on the road than I am for myself, because I have no right to cause any harm to anyone out there. So I don't want to be outside when my mind is drifting. And I kid you not, when it's real early in the afternoon and I'm not home, I'll be feeling real bad, missing my mattress and stuff. I'll be like, oh, my bed missed me. And I'm not trying to sleep nowhere, my doll baby not there. I was in the hospital. I actually started crying. I was like, I need my doll baby and my teddy bears. And I was in front of my caseworker, and she was just looking, and she said, I understand. I bet you $1 million she probably did understand. I said, I miss my teddy bears like somebody else might miss their wig, but I need my damn teddy bear. So I was happy to get my teddy bear, and I sleep with my teddy bear every night, boys and girls. But I made my little doll baby a little special bed next to my bed, so she sleep right there now. I had no choice because I got tired of people picking her up, touching her and kissing all over her. I'm like, excuse me? What? Every time somebody come in, and they want to pick her up, and oh, she's so happy. Leave my baby doll alone. Wow. I did go to the store the other day and buy her outfit, so she's looking pretty right now. I did forget the powder I need to freshen her up, but we'll worry about that another day. Anyway, thank you so much for chiming into my video. I just had an idea of another card, but I want to put this one in the liner while my hands are here. And I got another dresser and all of that, so I'm doing what I got to do tomorrow. Today's Thursday. Saturday, I get 3 packs of paper that I got for free from Fetch. So I'm happy about that. And I am going to be working on Fetch, boys and girls, because that's why I have this game on my phone. And when I finish this video, I'm going to go lay down for about an hour. And I'm going to play my game. And I like my game. I'm playing Woodoku Blast. And that's with Fetch. And after a certain amount of levels, they give you some extra points. So I'm gonna play this game to win me some Fetch points. And talk to you later. Bye bye.